Olivia Alexander and Donovan Brown are the winners of the 2024 student body election. Coming up, we're going to get an inside look at what their plans are for the future.
A fire broke out recently on campus and in a building most of us use.
Delays and drama. It's not a reality show. It's your financial aid. If you're looking to drown your sorrows, there's a new way to get around that might save you money.
And speaking of getting around, a couple of legendary brands are coming right here to San Marcos. We'll give you the timeline.
Hi, I'm Rames Cantu Peña, and this is Bobcat Update.
And I'm Kai Woods. This is our first edition of the spring semester. We know who our next student leaders will be after campus elections earlier this month.
Reporter Ezekiel Ramirez and videographer Ryan Rodriguez introduces us to the incoming student body president and vice president.
The student body election results are in. Olivia Alexander and Donovan Brown are your 2024 student body president and vice president. We're currently standing in front of the Honors College building where Olivia and Donovan are inside, and we're going to get the reaction to the results of the election.
We were just really excited. We were relieved that the election was over. It was a really tough election cycle.
Olivia and Donovan came out on top in the student body election.
I just saw the need for a refresh, which is our slogan, Bobcat Refresh.
After a long and overwhelming battle, the pair were the clear winners for the president and vice president position.
I was relieved, A, because I didn't have to deal with the stress anymore, but then B, excited because we get to enact our plans that we have.
Olivia and Donovan received over 1,300 votes, which was a major difference from the 200 votes they had last election cycle. With this following behind them, they hope to make multiple changes to help the student body.
I think student government is about advancing the student body's needs. I think each year we have a different student body and different representation, and they all have different interests, needs, and wants.
One of the goals the pair has is to work with tailgates and fraternities to get them involved with recycling.
I'm not sure if you've been to Tailgate, but there's lots of cans that flow through that event. So we're just going to try and get frats to just recycle and create an initiative for them to do that.
Olivia says multiple students didn't even know Texas State had a student government and thinks more Bobcats should get involved.
It's a little hard to serve a student body that doesn't know that we exist.
Alexander and Brown may have won, but they say that this is just the beginning.
That's not the end of seeing us just because we won our election. We're still going to be out there. We're still going to be listening to them. We're still going to be advocating for them to get involved in student government.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Ezekiel Ramirez.
For most of us, filing for our FAFSA, for our financial aid, was a yearly hassle. Some of us did it starting in October, but here we are in March, and most students still haven't filed. That's because the Department of Education made some big changes to the program, but the portal didn't open until February. Normally about 17 million students would have filed by now. Today, it's only about a third that many. According to the National College Attainment Network, the new form is simpler, and students from low-income households should qualify for more aid after they file.
You might have taken advantage of Bobcat Day when you were a high school senior. The admissions office reports that the university hosts 4 of these a year. It's a chance for students to hear short presentations about every major on campus and to visit some cool spots on campus as well, including Live Oak Hall, where we're producing this very newscast. The last Bobcat Day of this school year is coming up Saturday, April 20th. The last Bobcat Day was February 22nd. And our next story happened the night before that Bobcat Day.
Student volunteers were getting ready for all those visitors when some of their supplies caught on fire in the basement of Alkek Library. Reporter Caleb Tiemann and I visited the scene.
What is normally a quiet library workspace is abuzz with the sounds of construction and drying fans. This construction, the result of a fire that happened early on the night of Friday the 16th of February. In an effort to get the true story, reporters met with Debbie Pitts, the marketing and communications coordinator for Alkek Library.
So we don't know exactly what happened. We just know that a fire started in a storage unit that was back here in the around next to our makerspace and print shop here, and the fire suppression system was activated, which put out the fire, and then that left a lot of water damage, which is the reason we've had the spaces closed. Bobcat Day was that Saturday, and so they had put some things that they were going to be using at their table in there just to store overnight, and unfortunately that was in there.
This interview was conducted on February 27th. just a week and a half after the fire. The library staff still did not know the cause of the fire. However, reporters contacted the San Marcos Fire Department, who provided us with details of the fire's start time, 9:02 p.m., and cause: a cardboard box filled with t-shirts placed on top of an electric stove that was left on. The construction wasn't only affecting the makerspace, but in fact the reputation of the library to the thousands of students who use the library daily. One of which is Katia Flores, a student who frequents the makerspace.
I actually wasn't aware of what happened of the fire at all, which is concerning to me because this is such an important space for me and a lot of other students, and I feel like there probably should have been more information about it.
Students at Texas State were only notified if they had previously used the makerspace in the form of an email regarding the temporary closure and formal reopening. The construction was completed on March 4th, and the makerspace, as well as the rest of the library, restored to working order. For the Bobcat Update, I'm Caleb Tiemann.
Every Saturday morning, right in the middle of the square, you'll find fresh fruits, veggies, crafts, and lots of people, including reporter Caitlin Carpenter and videographer Jillian Satoff. They take us shopping at the San Marcos Farmers Market.
What's up, cats? It's Caden Carpenter with the Bobcat Update. I'm here at the San Marcos Farmers Market on downtown square. If you're interested in any homegrown goods or just a bit of San Marcos culture, come check it out with us.
From fresh produce and locally harvested honey to secondhand apparel and hand-crocheted products, the San Marcos Farmers Market has plenty to offer. Open every Saturday morning from 9 to 1, there are one-time pop-ups, as well as long-standing veteran businesses that offer wide ranges of products. Mary Tallman is a business owner who has been involved with the market for a good while now.
I sell a variety of crocheted products that I make all myself, and mainly because I was bored and I needed some way to make money and I knew how to crochet, so I just got creative with it. I've been friends with Kevin since basically then too, and so it's just close to home, and why go further than I need to, you know?
There is always entertainment at the farmers market, with various live music artists and themed weekends that offer a new spin every week. Family and friends enjoy strolling through the crowds to shop or taking a load off while listening to a local band. The market is gaining popularity with new and unique finds every weekend, like this pop-up featuring the City of San Marcos themed playing cards, operated by Texas State alum Luke Merchant.
All right, so what exactly do you sell here?
I sell San Marcos themed playing cards that I made and designed myself, me and my best friend Creighton. It's just sort of a love letter to the city of San Marcos by putting all of our 54 different, favorite places and experiences in the city on playing cards, and just get the whole town engaged with itself,
And so what about the San Marcos market specifically is kind of unique to you?
I just think that it sort of, as I suggested earlier, I think it gets all types of characters and, perspectives from this town. This town is very animated and has a lot of different lenses to look through depending on who you are. There's a lot of locals, but there's a lot of students as well. And since it's right in the heart of the city, the market sort of is able to draw in all of those different types of folk. And so you get a lot of different people, you meet tons of people. And so every Saturday is an opportunity to have new stories and conversations come your way.
There are many kinds of people, products, and entertainment at this market, to say the least. If you're looking for a weekend outing or your next go-to product, this place is for you. And if there is one thing certain about this farmers market, it's totally okay to be a square. For the Bobcat Update, this is Caden Carpenter.
There was a cool free way to get to and from the farmers market and other places downtown, an electric shuttle service, but the downtown electric cab program ended late last month. Reporter Michelle Moreno worked with videographer Henry Carpenter. They introduced us to a couple of people really impacted by the transit agency pulling the plug.
If you've ever been out at the square, then you've probably seen one of these. Those are part of the Get Around Downtown free taxi cab service offered by the City of San Marcos. However, as of February 29th, the free taxi cab service has come to an end, and many locals are affected.
Jim Downey, a local resident, relies heavily on the free taxi cab service for transportation around San Marcos.
I come down here to the HEB. I use it to get to the laundromat. When the program is so good for us seniors, it's just a shame to see it leave.
And while the writers are reeling from the news, taxi cab driver Chris DeLeon shares his feelings on the matter.
I need to go out and find a new job for sure, But, I just bought a new car also. Decap San Marcos is Chris.
Chris is one of the 3 taxi drivers for the service, working the 6 to midnight shift. And with the program coming to an abrupt close, it has left him on the hunt for something new.
I feel that, maybe they should have said something earlier. I don't know. But, it's like getting hit pretty hard. You know what I mean? Like getting punched in the gut. Like straight up when I found out, I was like, oh, man, what? Because this is pretty cool. I like doing it.
Multimodal Parking Initiatives Manager Charles Campbell shares the success of the program and has plans for a greener future in San Marcos.
We serviced over 16,000 passengers for over 14,000 miles. So I think from the sustainability green perspective, very happy with the program in that regard. We're also going to be conducting a route study here in the near future. And part of that route study will take a look at connectivity within the downtown area.
The city urges those who have used this service to take a brief survey about their experience. Go to sanmarcostx.gov/ecab to share your thoughts.
It's kind of sad that the electric taxi service stops running, but a new way of getting around is about to roll into town. It's called Ferry. It's a new rideshare service. It's a bit like Uber or Lyft, except you're booking a ride for your whole crew. The app automatically splits the fare, and like with other rideshares, you can also sign up to drive. Ferry reps visited with some fraternities and sororities about the service earlier this month. Ferry is a cool idea, especially if a bunch of you are trying to get somewhere.
It looks like it could be fun. Hey, Ramesh, you know what else might be fun?
I don't know what.
A dog date. Reporter Jamie Gammon and videographer Sergio Guzman spent the day with a pet, as they found out it's the perfect way to test whether you're ready to own a dog.
Today we're at the San Marcos Regional Animal Shelter for the Dog Stay Out program.
Do you ever wish you could get to know a dog before adopting one, or just want to give a pup a break from the shelter? Now you can with the Dog Stay Out program at the San Marcos Regional Animal Shelter. The program's goal is to allow dogs to de-stress outside of the loud shelter environment and give you a chance to see their individual personality.
I like being able to get them out of this stressful situation and help them decompress and be able to kind of relax for a second, because this can be kind of stressful.
The shelter recommends taking pups to low-populated areas to limit interactions with other animals. Locations like the river, hiking trails, and even Starbucks for a pup cup are perfect spots for your furry friend.
I think everyone should come and try it out, and you might even find your new best friend.
If you have any extra time on your hands, sign up for the Dog Stay Out program on the San Marcos Regional Animal Shelter website. The program is available Monday and Friday, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m., and Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The shelter encourages you to take photos and videos of your outing to help promote these adorable pups. Be sure to check out the program and help a furry friend find their forever home.
And I'm Jamie Gammon with Bobcat Update at the San Marcos Regional Animal Shelter.
Ramesh, do you have a favorite book?
I'm too busy reading textbooks or studying to be able to do anything fun.
Yeah, I can relate. But if you did want to grab a quick read and didn't want to pay for it, that's more convenient than ever. As reporter Jack Lieber shows us, you don't even need a library card.
Looking for a fun way to find a new book like this one? Follow me. This is a little free library where you can give a book and take a book, all for free. The goal of Little Free Libraries is to foster community and remove all barriers to reading. San Marcos is home to over 30 Little Free Libraries spanning from Texas State University campus all the way to the city limits near Centerpoint Road. Little Free Libraries come in all shapes and sizes, just like the people who use them. While some Little Free Libraries are abundant in their selection, others have less to offer. I talked to Texas State University literature student Rena Gray about what types of books she is looking for in a Little Free Library.
Yeah, I've looked in them a few times, but I never really see anything I want to read. It's usually just a lot of like nonfiction or like children's books in them.
With just one bookstore in the San Marcos city limits and library card access limited by geography and tuition, Little Free Library is achieving their mission of providing 24/7 access to books in areas where books are scarce. Little Free Libraries are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can find one near you at littlefreelibrary.org/map. From Bobcat Update, I'm Jack Lieber.
Hey, Kate, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you like to go see movies?
I do, but you know what's cooler than that? Making movies. And there's a big new studio coming to San Marcos just for that.
And that's not the only new thing coming to San Marcos. Hope you're hungry for some breakfast.
Did you say big things? One of the biggest is coming to I-35, just up the road from campus.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
You're looking at an artist's rendering of Hill Country Studios. It's a huge new film production facility coming to San Marcos. The studio says it could bring up to 1,400 jobs.
But critics say it could also have a big economic impact on our water supply, including the San Marcos River. The University Star reports that construction workers should break ground soon on this 200-acre spot. It's in the La Cima neighborhood in western San Marcos.
That's also right over the Edwards Aquifer, a major water supply for Central Texas. It's also the resource for the San Marcos River. The recharge zone for the aquifer runs over San Marcos, including the area under Hill Country Studios. The University Star reports that construction over a recharge zone can lead to pollution in an aquifer. Hill Country Studios filed an aquifer protection plan with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. The plan is for construction to happen in two parts. The first is scheduled to break ground later this year. Some other big construction is coming to our neighborhood. Most of us will probably spend more time at this one than at the studios. It's a new Buc-ee's, and it's coming to an area between Kyle and San Marcos. There's already a Buc-ee's in New Braunfels. That's what you're looking at here. San Marcos City Council voted earlier this month to offer incentives. Hays County is also giving a tax break on the land. The new Buc-ee's will go along I-35 south of Yarrington Road. The Buc-ee's report to the City Council said this new one will be 74,000 square feet, have over 100 gas pumps, and create 175 full-time jobs.
Another big brand is coming to Hays County. This one will have a much smaller footprint. I visited the construction location in Kyle with videographer Habs Villalba for the new Waffle House. Waffle House, one of the most iconic breakfast chains in all of America, is finally breaking ground in Kyle, Texas. Located at 5767 Kyle Parkway behind a Walgreens, the new Waffle House will be open incredibly soon, says Frank Castro, superintendent for Waffle House.
We've been working on it since January the 4th, 2024.
When do you think it might be finished?
May 31st, 2024.
Sentiments are incredibly high for the restaurant opening, including one Valerie Jimenez, a student excited for a good breakfast.
I've never eaten nor been to a Waffle House, but I live in Kyle, so it's gonna be nice to have it close to home. Waffles are more superior than pancakes, so I love waffles. I'm excited to try whatever new waffle flavor they may have. I don't know.
With construction nearly done, the city of Kyle will surely welcome the new restaurant and enjoy its many options, including waffles. Waffle House is once again sweeping away the competition. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Rames Cantu with Texas State University. Back to you in the studio. The Waffle House is a work in progress, but there are some long-standing businesses for San Martians to appreciate and celebrate.
Reporter Daniel Robledo and videographer Jade Jacobo take us to a couple of them. Zelix, which has lots of regular customers, and Mana, which just celebrated a big anniversary.
Mana's Mexican restaurant has been established and owned by Richard Juarez for almost 50 years, and today celebrated their legacy with music and vendors to go all around for the people of San Marcos. There was a brief shutdown, but the family managed to get back on their feet and thrive with this business. Originally established by his parents in the late 70s, it was then inherited by Richard, who then continued to grow the business over the years. You can follow Mana's on Facebook at Mana's Restaurant and try their menu during their operating hours, Thursday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Speaking of live music, Zelix has all that along with pool tables and drinks galore. Zelix has been around for over a decade and attracts a good amount of the population of San Marcos with their weekly events. I was fortunate enough to get a chance to speak with the manager, Stetson Quick, about his past in the service industry and his perspective on Zelix.
Probably the people we get in here, honestly. I feel like it's pretty much anybody's type bar, you know. We get like older people coming in, we have college kids coming in, we do like drag shows, it's a lot of being across the street. I kind of just feel like it's probably the perfect representation of San Marcos and like the people that live here. I think that's probably, yeah, I like coming here. My big thing is trying out other spots as much as I can to see what other places are doing differently, seeing like what kind of drinks they offer, what their specials are and stuff like that, just so we can kind of stay like competitive here, see what's plugged into the city as much as we can.
I was also able to chat with weekly regular Tiberius McBride and learn what he admires the most about the place.
My favorite thing about Zelix is probably coming here and playing pool with my boys. We got a little bit older now, we're not roommates anymore, so we come down here and play pool and get a burger.
Okay.
Me and my best friends try and come here once every week, once every 2 weeks if we can.
Zelix Ice House is at 336 Hopkins Street and is open 7 days a week, opening at noon Thursday through Sunday and at 3 p.m. Monday through Wednesday. For Bobcat Update, I'm Daniel Robledo.
All right, Bobcats, this is our first edition of Bobcat Update for the spring semester. Thank you so much for watching this first installment.
We'll see you right back here for the next episode.